Alright guys, and welcome back to Armoured Warfare, and today we are taking out the pre-order Tier 6 Premium, the BMPT Terminator. This thing, oh my god, is it good fun, and does it earn good reputation and credits? We do have to rely on the enemy team though being a bit weak. That's because this thing literally gets only 80 gems and autocannons. The two autocannons, the 30 mils that it gets, have about 115 to 120 millimeters of penetration, with about 50 to 60 average damage per hit. And it's quite effective against those weak vehicles. You can see there the BMP3, the Bradley, VBL, RDF, Typhoon, the ERCs. This vehicle preys upon them. I don't think there's a vehicle in Armoured Warfare that preys upon a class or a type of vehicle so much as the Terminator and the Ramka does. It's so much fun just watching them struggle. And the reason why they struggle against the Terminator is because its hull armour is essentially, it's just impenetrable for its tier. About 300 millimeters of composite armour on the front of the vehicle, as well as having era plates on the front too. The side armour is also about 250 or so millimeters thick, with the tracks and the rubber side skirts acting as spaced armour. Vehicles really struggle against this thing. T-72s even struggle against the front of this thing. The big weakness of this vehicle, though, is its lack of penetration against well-armoured vehicles, and that the turret, it may be an automated turret, which means it takes about half damage from normal rounds, because there's nothing really there. But it's also very weak, the front of the turret. It's 45 millimeters, so basically anything can damage it. HE completely wrecks the autocannons and the ATGM launchers, the commander sights, which this vehicle relies on. HE does a lot of damage to the turret. But anyway, the Terminator is a fantastic vehicle. On this map on Port Storm, sorry guys, too many peppers. We are fighting the matchup we wanted, and we are in a good, strong position. We're taking the center of the map. We know that there's going to be weak vehicles, probably on the center. Scouts, the Bradley, the RDF, maybe the ERC or something, maybe the Typhoon are going to be in the center, and that's what the RDF preys upon. And we're going to see if we can take them on. Proving to you there, the front and even the side of the T-72 was proving too strong for these 30mm cannons. So we're going to have to play on the back leg a bit more defensively here. We're going to have to wait for that T-72 to make a mistake. So we can't damage his tracks. Maybe we could track him for the Leopard 2AV, but as soon as we fire, the Leopard 2AV hits him and he pulls back. Now, I probably could have played a bit more aggressively here, because we've seen on the hill there's a Typhoon, an OF40, and the VBL that I probably could have played more aggressively, a little bit more. But T-72 made his mistake, and we completely punish him for that. Now, instead of reloading and falling back, I could have reloaded and pushed forward, saving ourselves a few seconds. Or even here, for instance, the ERC stuck behind this rock. We know he's going to not be able to move. He's got too many guns aiming at him. We could push up and we could apply the pressure to him, knocking them out earlier, stopping them doing any damage. But he fires a smoke grenade. Now, that was good play from that ERC there. The smoke grenade makes him unspotted, so we're going to have to push now to make sure that he doesn't get out. But the bad play, from his good play, he doesn't pull back. He pops the smoke and hides behind the rock. Bad play there. He should have pulled back onto the highway, removing him from the dangerous situation. So the ERC again has popped smoke. But, yet again, as you'll find out, he hasn't pulled back onto the highway. So we just appear on his side, and we eat him apart with these twin 30s. There was absolutely no escape he could have had. The 40 rounds and the 9-second reload of these 30 mils allows us to completely rip apart the enemies in the centre here. The VBL, oh god, 4 HP, he was nowhere. The Bradley, now the Bradley does pose a threat. 90mm of front hull armour, well angled. That means the 30 mils are going to struggle on his hull, but the turret is very weak, so we completely obliterate him. OF40, easy enough, lower play, but the Typhoon hits us in the rear. The rear is weak on the Terminator, hits us in the rear for 688 damage. We're only on 121 HP left. OF40 finished off. Now I try to get up the side here, trying to get to the Typhoon, but the Terminator just isn't as mobile as I would hope it would be. Pop over, the Typhoon's reloading, we put a few rounds into him. Full health Centuro. Now I was hoping I could get the side shots into him here, but he's already aiming for me and my weak front turret, and the Centauro finishes me off. So guys, in this game, we managed to drive a dangerous and deep wedge straight through the centre of the map into the enemy team, knocking out quite some dangerous vehicles for them and ultimately putting them on the back leg. Using the superior armour of the Terminator and the firepower that is completely devastating to these weak vehicles, we managed to pull through and we won. So guys, at the end of this game, looking at the stats, we did quite well, picking up 3,673 damage, gold star, recon, and just shy of 1,000 damage on spots. We also got 13,000 reputation and about 300,000 credits. Didn't come top on damage, of course, but I do feel we played a vital role on our team, dishing out so much damage to those weak vehicles, the VBL, the Bradley, the ELC, the people occupying the highway on the centre of the map. We managed to push through there and ultimately get our MBTs from the port round into the behind the enemy lines, which was devastating to them. So guys, thank you for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.